Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're excited to share our insights on AI implementation in the workplace. Specifically, we'll focus on how a structured method has helped us determine the best approach for implementing AI enhanced tools here at IBIS Logistics. IBIS Logistics has spent over 20 years delivering high quality logistics and IT solutions for international shipping, particularly to and from India. With the rapid evolution of AI technologies, there's an incredible opportunity to enhance productivity, increase our workforce's capacity efficiently. However, as new tools are introduced, the question arises, how can we ensure company-wide training is both effective and sustainable? Our team explored this challenge by researching various training methodologies aimed at AI software adoption. We analyzed hands-on workshops, self-learning courses, and AI tutorials within the tools we wish to implement.
After looking at the different training options, our group does not recommend relying solely on one method. Each option has its strengths, but also has its weaknesses. Instructor-led workshops are the strongest for learning because employees can ask questions, get hands-on practice, but they cost more and take more time to organize. Self-guided courses are more flexible and easier to reuse, but not every employee may stay motivated enough to complete them properly. Built-in tutorials are more useful for quick help, but they're not enough by themselves for full training. Because of that, our recommendation is a blended training approach. IBIS Logistics should begin with instructor-led workshops to give employees a strong foundation. After that, remote self-guided courses can be used to review and for future training. Finally, embedded tutorials should stay available inside the AI tools so employees can get help while they are actually working. This approach gives the company the best balance between cost, effectiveness, and implementation time.
I want to spend a little bit of time on the first criteria, which was cost efficiency. Live instructor-led workshops were definitely shown to be more of a heftier upfront cost versus the remote-based courses. Once you create the remote-based course, it is shared amongst all the employees. It's one price that you may pay, maybe a seat price per user, which equated out to be less than having the live instructor set up the different classes for the individuals and having to retrain. The course is created, it's completed, and the employees have it to use as much as possible, and they can continue to go back and review the material without having to bring the live instructor back to the organization multiple times. So cost efficiency when it came to looking at across the different training platforms, remote web-based platform with AI tools was definitely the criteria that won in that area.
Next thing we're looking at is training effectiveness. We need to know if our team will actually learn from these tools or if it's just a waste of time. From what we found, in-person workshops are the gold standard. Since they're hands-on and people can actually ask questions then and there, they tend to remember what they learned. Then you have online courses you can do on your own. Now, those are okay because you can go at your own speed, but the downside is that sometimes people aren't as motivated and they might not finish or feel like they learned as much. And this can make it very hard to get everybody on the same page. Lastly, we looked at built-in tutorials, and those were the least effective. They're fine for a quick tip here and there, but they aren't enough to actually train a whole company on how to use AI.
Third and final criteria that was evaluated, which is the implementation timeline. This timeline has embedded tutorial features that allow for immediate deployment as employees can begin learning as soon as the new AI has been introduced. The implementation guideline has remote self-guided courses that allow for fast implementation. This will allow multiple employees to be trained at once. Any workshops that are instructor-led will require more time to get implemented. When it comes to coordinating schedules, securing instructors, or organizing sessions, it can delay the training process for larger organizations. While workshops may provide higher quality learning experiences, their slower rollout may impact the speed at which productivity improvements get realized.
Based on the research conducted, each training method offers distinct advantages and disadvantages depending on when they're evaluated through the criteria, cost efficiency, effectiveness, and the implementation timeline. Instructor-led workshops provide the highest level of employee engagement and learning effectiveness, but they also require the greatest financial investment and longest implementation period required. Remote self-guided courses offer a balanced alternative by combining moderate costs with the flexible learning opportunities. Embedded tutorial features provide the fastest and least expensive solution, but they are also the most effective when used as supplemental support rather than a primary training strategy. And after comparing these models, the recommended approach for IBIS logistics is to implement remote self-guided courses supported by embedded tutorial features within the AI software. This combination provides the strongest balance between affordability, accessibility, and training efficiency, while still also allowing employees to develop the necessary skills to utilize AI technologies effectively.
Based on everything we analyzed, each training method has its own strengths and weaknesses. Instructor-led workshops are the most effective, but they are most expensive and take more time to organize. Remote courses are more cost efficient and flexible, but they depend on employee motivation also. Embedded tutorials are the fastest and easiest to implement, but they are not strong enough on their own. Because of this, our recommendation is to use a combination of all three methods. To suggest starting with instructor-led workshop for initial training, then supporting employees with remote courses and embedded tutorials. This approach helps balance cost, effectiveness, and time. Generally, this strategy gives IBS Logistics the best chance to successfully implement AI across the company.